redefine fans, get ready for this one. Jen is going to kill me for saying that probably. She's like, we're much more than that.
Yes, they are.
They are. Okay, so you might remember a few weeks ago, Tia had the Best New Buildings by Chicago Architects in Lerch Bates People's Choice Award. You revealed the choices.
Yes, people had to vote.
Okay, and so now we have the winners. And so Jen Mason-Garb from the American
Institute of Architects
joins us now to go over some of the winners. Jen, you can log online. You can see some more detailed photos.
I know you looked.
I looked. Because one of the categories I was particularly interested in were the single-family home.
Yes.
And there's some really cool lake houses on there.
Yes.
And I know you're going to talk about the one in Chatham.
Right.
That won. And it is so beautiful.
I didn't look. I wanted to be surprised.
Okay, sorry, I gave it away.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I looked at the beginning to kind of see, you know, what people would be voting on. And so now I want to see who won.
Did you vote, Tia?
I did vote.
Oh, good.
I did vote under alias. Yeah, I voted
under alias.
I did vote.
Amy Smith. All right. So let's go over. Let's first set it up with explaining.
What is this?
They have missed the first segment. What is it?
Sure. So the AIA is the professional body of architects. We're the local chapter here. We represent about 4,000 architects and designers in Chicago. And last night was our big event. Sort of, you equated it to the Emmy Awards, right? And so we awarded the awards last night, 2 categories. There's those that are juried by architects' peers, right? Other architects looking at professional decisions, right, about the buildings. And then the other category is the People's Choice Awards, which is what we're going to talk about this morning.
Everyday folks.
Okay.
Right? We had more than 8,000 Chicagoans vote this year, the most ever, as you mentioned. And they chose from originally about 200 projects. Then the docents at the Chicago Architecture Center, those that give all the walking tours, the boat tours, they narrowed it down to another 4 in 10 categories, and then we put those out to the public. And last night we announced the winners. So we're going to go through all the categories.
I'm excited. I'm like, let's get to it. Okay, so let's start out with Tall Building winner for 2025. Who do we have here?
Right, we're here, we're headed to Fulton Market.
Okay.
We've got some pictures here, yes. So this is 360 North Green. It's a Gensler project. Gensler has an office here in Chicago. We also awarded last night Gensler as the Firm of the Year, a very competitive category where the peers choose from the firms, and we awarded Gensler. But you'll see this building, very recognizable. That tall staircase in the middle opening up.
Okay, so before we get to the hospitality winner, I want to make a comment. What I noticed with many of these winners, even the single family homes, lots of glass, lots of windows, seems to be very trendy.
Right. Well, glass, the performance of glass is getting better, right?
I see.
Maybe, you know, a generation ago or more, we would think about glass as being a sieve, right, leaking energy. But the performance of glass is much better now. And so we can have more transparent buildings and not worry so much in the same way about energy loss.
All right, let's talk hospitality winner. Who do we have here?
Yes, next picture. This is the first of 2 projects from Heidi Leitner. They're a small firm here in Chicago. This is a steakhouse called the Alston. It's up at North State Street. It's this beautiful series of rooms that you sort of experience. The kitchen is open, very luxurious steakhouse.
So this is this a new building, or is it just redone architecturally?
This is a new interior.
Okay,
right.
Got it. Okay.
Yes.
Wow, that is a.
It's like Prohibition era meets, I don't know.
It's just
glamorous. Very glamorous. Yes.
Okay, let's go to retail winner for 2025. Wow, we're going to Northwest Indiana for this.
We are. This is a distillery designed by Ratio Architects. It's an adaptive reuse of an old industrial building. It's in Valparaiso. A really interesting, we use the term adaptive reuse, right? An existing building that we turn into something else. And Ratio has done just a really great job of keeping the character of the original warehouse.
Yeah, I want to visit. That's the Journeyman Distillery at the American Factory. Next up, we have Healthcare and Research winner.
Healthcare and Research winner. This is a JGMA project. It's in Humboldt Park, right at Division and the Park, sort of the southwest corner. of Humboldt Park. It's got a running track, it's got a wellness center, it's got a pool, a community center with also community spaces to think about everyday wellness.
Hope the bosses at Fox
really a
magnet. Listen to that.
I like the running track. I like
I was thinking maybe a hot tub or something. What about the multi-family residential winner?
Can't wait to see
Jen?
To see this picture up. Yes,
Okay.
This is the, we've got a little video here.
Ooh,
This is
okay.
the Embry. This is designed by Lamar Johnson Collaborative. They have 2 projects as winners. I really love this bronze facade that you see here. Really like this textured, catches the light. And you know, with being in the West Loop and catching that western sun in the afternoon, right? People will recognize that. A really, really interesting texture in the facade.
I get so into this. I don't know. Maybe it's because like I'm just into how things are designed and made, and I'm just so into like the interiors and exteriors of buildings. But you're right about the glass. Everything we've seen,
Yeah.
a lot of glass. That was absolutely stunning, though.
The
Yeah.
fireplaces were really beautiful.
Yeah, very big, very, very beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, so next we are going.
I think it shows right the breadth of what architects are doing, right?
Yeah.
Wellness centers and communities and high-end residential in the West Loop, like all the things, right? Architects are solving really different scales, different problems, sizes, typologies. Yeah.
Things that are above my pay grade. Okay, so let's talk single-family residential winner for 2025. Who do we have? Oh, my
Yes,
goodness.
this is another Heidi Leitner project. This is Chatham residents. This is what your inspiration was.
Yeah, the
here.
wallpaper.
Like this. Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, so dreamy, so dreamy. Right, a series of really, there's a central hallway and all the spaces sort of reveal themselves from that, and a really stunning, I could see you walking down that staircase.
Oh yeah, right. How
Whoa,
much?
look at that.
Is this a home that a family bought and renovated, or?
I believe this is a new construction. I believe
that's
it's
new
brand new
How many
construction.
square feet is that?
That's a good
Because
question.
it looked
I don't
enormous.
I'm trying to
from the
picture,
photo.
because you said it's in Chatham, which is on the south end of, it's in the south side of Chicago. I'm trying to picture where that home is. I've been up and down Chatham, and I have never seen a home that looked like
I don't know. We'll have to.
I haven't. They have
Yep.
beautiful homes.
Beautiful, yep.
And in fact, Mahalia Jackson, a very infamous gospel singer, has her former home there. In fact, I think somebody from our family still lives there. Her husband, I think. But I've never. No,
Yeah,
it's not her husband.
I don't
know.
know.
He passed. It's someone else that lives there. That's now a former senator of Illinois that lives in the house. But I've never seen.
I don't know where the exact address is. I don't know.
Well, Tia and I are going to stalk
We gotta
that one
look.
out.
We won't put it on. We won't put it out there for public consumption.
That's
but we,
true.
We just want to drive by and see it because that is something. Absolutely something.
All
Okay,
right,
so
what's next?
Okay, the office winner, which seems kind of boring, but is it?
Well, wait. Office.
Did I
thought
skip
were-
that? Oh, no, community
and civic.
What's next here?
Skipping
We'll
ahead.
wait till the photo
Community and
comes.
civic winner.
Great. Okay, so this is the Appleton Public Library, Appleton, Wisconsin. I really like this project. It's designed by it's a restoration, an upgrade of a 1981 public library, a brutalist building. Not a lot of light.
Right.
And Skidmore, Owings and Merrill, SOM, these are the same architects that designed the Willis Tower, that designed the Hancock Tower, that's that same firm. And they're redesigning this 1981 library, bringing lots of new light, an expanded children's library. I like how it reminds us that old buildings can have a second life.
It is absolutely gorgeous. And I just want to bring up the fact, it came to me when I was talking about Mahalia Jackson's house. Roland Burris lives in that house.
Oh.
So yeah, I was crossing hairs in my mind. Okay, enough about what's in my brain. Let's go to the office winner for 2025.
Let's see, what's next here?
Boston Consulting Group.
Boston Consulting
This is the
Group.
Lamar Johnson
This is a
collaborative. Another
second
one.
Lamar Johnson collaborative. Yep.
Do we have it,
project.
you guys?
I think
Do we have
so.
office winner? We didn't get it. Okay.
Well, let's paint the picture,
That's okay,
shall we?
right.
Okay.
What's interesting about this project is that it has a 9-story interior staircase. If we think about how people work and how we want to collaborate and work together, the idea of going into an elevator to go up and talk to your colleagues and go back down, right? It's not conducive to collaboration. And so also exercise, right?
True.
It's great to be able to see and hear what your colleagues are doing, get some exercise on the way up and down. But it's a very beautiful high-end interior space for office.
How common is it for a group to win twice?
Well,
within
I
the awards?
would
Has that happened before?
I would say they're doing something right, and also probably they have a good marketing machine. machine to help get the word out.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, the education winner for 2025. This was Ironworks. Actually, I think I've seen this building.
It's in
Ironworkers local.
Broadview.
Yeah, I think I've seen this before.
Its nickname is the Glass House. This is another Gensler project. It's not your typical kind of educational facility if we think about like a school, but it's a school for ironworkers. It's Local 63.
Oh, I've seen this.
They are, it's really stunning. It's designed, the inspiration comes from it. You know when welders are doing a bead of welding and that sort of beautiful concave like bead of welding, that's where that inspiration, that curve comes from. But inside is where they're learning things like rigging and crane operation and you know, all the skills that an ironworker needs. It's that training facility, and because it's glass, it's transparent. You can see, right?
What's
it's
going on
inspirational,
inside.
right?
Yeah.
It's not just you know, inside a space, but it also speaks to the craftsmanship, right? Really beautiful craftsmanship and precision that's needed in ironworking.
And what would you would expect from Chicago ironworkers, the long history there.
That's true.
All right, last but not least, the cultural winner.
The cultural winner.
Excuse me.
Right. So you're probably familiar with Jane Addams' Hull House, right?
Yeah.
Halstead and Harrison, roughly. Jane Addams was a very, very important late 19th century social reformer, Nobel Peace Prize winner as well. And this is a new exhibition and installation in the bookstore of the Hull House. It's on UIC's campus. This is by architects Michał, let's see, I'm going to get this right here.
Let's see if I have it here.
Michał Maczynski, is that right? And Titus Wolsey.
Yes, you're close. Good
Yes.
enough. I wouldn't. It's a K-O-S-Z-Y-C-K-I.
There we go. Michał Koczynski and Titus Wolsey. Got to get it right. There we go. I got to get the brain kicked in here from memory. But they've done a really lovely job. It's hard to take in a historic building that has so much prominence and significance. How do you really carefully insert a new space like this? And they've taken inspiration from the work of the Hull House, the existing kilns that were on site originally. They've done just a really, really beautiful job. So we enjoyed celebrating with them last night at Design Night as well.
Let me ask you this, because some of these projects are interior, and my mind automatically thinks interior designer, decorator. But no, this is architecture. What's the difference? Are we talking about working with the existing beams in the building? Is that what makes it different from crossing the line of interior design?
Yeah. Architects are responsible. The public might not think about this, but architects' primary job is thinking about health, safety, and welfare. Right? Health, safety, and welfare. And their license and their education and their training and their exams speaks to that. That says we've got the, then also the responsibility, right? When an architect stamps or seals a drawing, they say we are taking on that legal responsibility for the health, safety, and welfare of the public. And so, yes, architects are doing interiors, but they also have this added layer of really thinking about the public safety.
And structure and all of that.
Exactly.
Whenever you try to apply for a permit in the city of Chicago, really anywhere, you usually have to get like architecture renderings.
Right.
And think of all of the different codes
for
the different Chicago communities that you have to know.
And that's what an architect has to do, is navigate all of that. They are, if we go back to our Emmy Award analogy, right? The architect is both the writer, right, writing the script, and they're also the director to say, how is this executed? How is what I have drawn on paper, on the screen, the model that I've created? I've worked with the client, we've worked with the budget, we've worked with the codes, all of those things coming together.
Wow.
The architect's got to navigate all that and then also see it to completion.
Yeah, and they build in some spots. I'm like, how did they build something there?
Well, remember the Martini building that's along, I'm sure you know the name of it, the building that looks like a martini glass. It's along the Chicago River that has like a big cutout in the middle. I mean, that is extraordinary.
Yep, that's a Getch Partners building. It won, I believe that won an award last year for People's Choice.
Okay.
The Lamar Johnson Collaborative that won twice, are they here in Chicago? Are they based in Chicago?
They are. All the firms are based here in Chicago. Yep.
Okay.
They are in the same building that we are in as AIA Chicago, the Jewelers building. It's at 35 East Wacker. That's where their offices are.
Perfect. This was fascinating. I always love watching and seeing, like, I don't know, maybe it's a little voyeurism to see inside of some of these buildings. All right, Jen, it was a pleasure
Thanks
having
for having
you
me
back.
back.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for